The Georgian supporters are there, and so are the brave who are weathering in the conditions. It's not raining as heavy as it was earlier at the World Rugby Under-20 Championships for 2019 here in beautiful Argentina.
Con el número 1, representando de con el número 2, Lucas Canales, con el número 3, con el número 4, Lucas Canales, el número 5,
alongside me, former Argentinian great Leonardo Senatori, and not a great day, but still these two sides will be wanting to get a victory today.
Yes, hello Willie, it's a pleasure to be here to watch a beautiful game between these two teams. That is the first time that they play against in the World Rugby Under-20 Championship, so it will be exciting to see what they have to give us.
And it is Fiji on the right taking on Georgia, the giant killers of 2017 when they hosted the World Under-20 Rugby Championships. The two captains there, Tero Abzinadze on the left-hand side, the little first five, and opposite him is Tevita Ikanevere, the captain of this Fijian team. Georgia with a victory against Scotland thought that they were secure, but England with the better points for and against has meant that they find themselves in this position playing for 9th to 12th place. Earlier today, if you're just joining us wherever you are watching around the world, hello, welcome into our commentary. Italy, too good for Scotland, so Scotland will be playing. The loser of this match, the winner, will secure a position for the 2020 World Rugby Under-20 Championships. Proud moment for these two sides as they make their way to the middle of the field. A lot of rain over the last 24, 36 hours. You can see a game that's already been played here has cut up the field a little bit. And now we're in anticipation for the national anthems of these two respected countries.
Damas y caballeros, les pedimos respeto al escuchar los himnos nacionales de Georgia y de Fiji. A continuación, el himno de Georgia. A continuación, escuchamos el himno de Fiji.
United
Two terrific renditions of the national anthems, and now we await the Thimby, as it's known.
Yes.
And the Fijians will sit down and laid out the challenge. Fiji in the white shirts with the black shorts. Georgia in the all maroon.
Cheers. Go well.
The challenge has been set by the Fijians, playing right to left as you watch on your screen. And let's have a look at the starting members for Georgia, who made 9 personal changes, 1 positional starting 15 that defeated Scotland. It's an all-new front row, a change in the loose forwards, and their playmaker Teru Abzenadze returns that number 10 shirt.
10. Make sure they clearly behind.
Fiji have also made a number of changes. They were beaten by France 28-44, 5 in the pack. Halfback Joshua Vutu will pair with Caleb Muntz at 9 and 10. And keep an eye out for Osea Wanga in jersey 15.
Okay.
There are the reserves bench. You can only use 8 players, and of the 8, 16, 17 and 18 must be included. So from 19 down, the coaches have the option of choosing 5. And this is all for the player safety of these young men. Outstanding international referee at all levels. Russia Vinge will be in charge of the match. And a couple of Argentinians as well. Leo on the sideline.
Yes, Damian Schneider, that also is from Rosario, so I know him very well. He's a very good ref. He's growing up, and it's good to see him here.
We're kicked off, Fiji with first possession. The rain has stopped for the time being. The Georgians make their first up tackle as Fiji now look to clear through Vuta. Nice high kick forcing the winger to come forward, and Fiji will get the advantage of the ball being lost forward, and now quickly Vuta gets it into the hands of Nasaroa. He's tackled on the 10-metre mark, still inside the Fiji half. Muntz with a wide pass out to Droasese. It's Fiji with all the possession in the opening minute of the game. The kick that was knocked on by the Georgians, and now Muntz looking to try and get it wide into the hands of Natonga. Taken to the sideline, just stays in play, but now the Damian Schneider says that the ball is taken out. Georgia will get the first line out of the game.
Yeah.
Cut it out. Yeah, relax.
I think
Stop it.
it's going to be a challenge for Fiji to see how they maintain the control of the ball, because they like to overplay, so it will be very difficult because of the bad condition of today.
Sometimes in these conditions, Leo, it's better to play rugby without the ball. Let the opposition have it, because easy to make mistakes and then try and capitalize on that.
Completely agree. I think you have to kick and see what the rival do with the ball. It's better to kick and put a lot of pressure over them.
First match for these two sides in the World Rugby Under-20 Championships. They did meet in a trophy competition in 2015 that Georgia won 30-13 as the kick high in the air, beautifully taken by Vuta, and now they're full of running. Other Fijians looking to try and get on the outside. Pass up to Momo, but it's drifted forward. Ball still in play, and now it is in touch. Fijians very good at the offload, and you can see that they're the second best in this competition.
They are very good. And also on the line breaks, they make a lot. I think they are very dangerous with the ball in the hand.
Yeah.
And this is going to be important, the set pieces, the line out, to see Fiji on attack.
Fiji set the tone with 3 forwards in the line. They've got a lot of players standing out in the midfield. Wanga goes high, can't take it. Possession on the ground, won by Niaradze. Now out to Alania, back in the pocket of Abzinadze. Kicks it down to Wanga. Wanga with the green tights underneath, finds a little bit of space, bounces up. That's gone backwards, says the referee, and now Georgia have to try and tidy up. Penalty. Not keeping as supporting your own body weight. And Georgia will look to try and improve their position here and get inside the Fiji half.
Yeah. Another thing to watch is the discipline today, because if you do a lot of penalty, you will be playing in your own territory all the time.
Bulla, Vanaka, if you're watching in Fiji, our coverage going all around the globe, so I know that you love your rugby, you love your sevens, and in particular you love your under-20s. One thing that's obvious, Leo, in the opening 3 minutes of this game is Fiji are playing like it's dry conditions, running the ball from everywhere.
Yeah, I love to see Fiji playing because they are very, I don't know, they are not afraid of anything. So.
An error there from the line-out, taken down by Lashagashvili. Just when some of the forwards were coming around, they have lost it forward. And now the first scrum of the game. This is going to be a real interesting aspect. The Georgians pride themselves in this set piece.
Yes, Georgia, everybody knows that it's very strong in the scrum, and they will try to take an advantage from there. Let's see how Fiji try to fix this problem.
Natave, Ikanevere, and Nassaro in the front row for Fiji up against Asarashvili, Niaradze, and Karayashvili. You can see the power coming in from the Georgians immediately. Good play there by Teddy Shaw, the number 8 for Fiji, to get over the advantage line. Possession is there for Vuta, who goes down the middle of the field. Kavaradze couldn't control it, but it's gone backwards, and now the Fijians look to try and walk over the top. Lashagashvili, the big number 8, gets back, secures possession. Nasaroa tries to hold him up, and now the Georgians get a bit of momentum. Alania in jersey number 9. Back to Abzinadze. Easily taken by Munson. He throws it out to Lolo. Picked up by Wanga. He throws it wide past to Momo. Momo down the left flank. A high kick from the left winger. Easily taken by the fullback, Chichinatse. He returns it to Wanga. Wanga looks up, sees lots of maroon shirts there. It's been lost forward. Abzinadze has just knocked it down. Just a penalty.
Yeah, you can see the tendency of the game. Georgia is playing with the foot. They are kicking very well, and Fiji doesn't matter anything. They go for the counter attack.
There is Caleb Muntz, the 19-year-old. Here's Wanga with that pass there. You can just see Abzinadze trying to get the ball back, but Fiji the penalty, and now they find themselves 40 out from the Georgian line.
Right, you're in. Take 2.
Tavita Ikanevere, 114 Ks, the 19-year-old captain. Overthrew the first, finds Wanga on the second. It's bobbly old ball that just falls down, and now Niaradze tidies up for Georgia.
Great turnover for Fiji. They lost the ball at the line out, but they recovery on the floor, and that is a good news for the Fijian teams. For the Fijian team.
Caleb Muntz, educated in New Zealand, where he spent a lot of time, played New Zealand secondary schools as well, so he's a very good player. Is the Fijian number 10.
Yeah, it is.
Could drive it here. They go through the middle. He's in the big number 8, Teddy Shaw, who was standing at halfback. Now Vuta comes in. Natave. That's the 22 line you can see. They go a little wider. Out to Loa. He charges forward. Fiji on the attack. Muntz. The skip pass out to Droasese. Wanga. 3 phases. They've gone lateral. And now into the hands of Itonio Wanga. The big lock. No relation, the 2 Wangas. As Vuta gets it out. Minimbi. Ball out to Muntz. Throws that dummy. Here's David Muntz. Into the 22. 6 short. Fiji look interested. Vuta goes right. Into the contact goes Songa Nawasaloa. Wanga scored a try in the competition earlier in the matches. Now it gets out to Shaw, who started it from the line out. Teddy Shaw places the ball. Muntz out to the left. The forwards wrap around. Wanga's there. He's tackled by Gilashvili. Now it's out to Muntz. He drops it off to the loose head prop and Natave. Vuta. They go wider, now out to the corner. Momo's over! First try to Fiji. Ipeli Momo gets over for the flying Fijians.
It was a very beautiful try from Fiji. The number 10, Muntz, made the show and go, and it was excellent. After that, they play a few phases, and they finish it very well on the edge with the winger.
Good try, the build-up.
The end of the play, but at the beginning, the number 10 was amazing.
All clear, Rasta.
Thank you.
There he is, Ipeli Momo, just given the all clear. 8 clean line breaks for that man on screen. And as Leonardo Senatori was talking about, it was this man here, Caleb Muntz, that set it up, the fly half. Saw the gap, went straight through it, got them over the advantage line. This the first kick of the match, and Fiji have a great stat as well. 8 from 8 as far as conversions go. They are 100%. That is some stat to have. Conditions have been different over the last 2 weeks, so obviously his left foot, which is the foot that he balances on before he follows through, needs to be stable. There is the first miss of the 2019 World Rugby Under-20 Championships for Fiji in conversions.
Yeah, but you said before, this number 10 is a really good player. It's one to watch in this World Rugby Championship.
Georgia struggling to get their hands on possession and also territory. They trail on both as they kick it deep into the Fijian half down to Muntz. He'll clear it with that right foot. Finds the security of the sideline, and that's a nice exit play. Coaches are always happy, Leo, when teams score points and then are able to just get the ball into touch.
Yes, it's very important to get out of your own 22 without any points.
Luka Nioradze, this 19-year-old out of the Jikwi club in Tbilisi. To the back they go down to Lashagashvili. This time he holds on to it. No Fijians are there at all, and they've still got it in control. And now the Georgians rumble forward. Now the Fijians respond. Ball is at the back. Shaw's come through the middle. Now the Fijians try and sack it. They'll get the turnover here. Lovely play from the Fijians.
Great turnover from Fiji. They know they have a big battle over there, and they are challenging Georgia in every maul, every scrum, and that's very good for the Fijian team.
Let's go, scrum. Let's go, scrum. Take it in.
But Georgia had it under control from the line out.
Calm the tempers down now, please. Calm the tempers.
The Fijians then responded by sending in some of their big forwards, and all of a sudden the Georgians were going backwards.
Good
experience
first scrum.
of the
Good
South
first
African
scrum.
referee, just telling them as well, just calm things down. You heard a few hollers and a few
Crouch.
celebrations.
Fine.
And he's told them just to calm down.
Set.
First scrum was good, and now Shaw puts his hands in, digs it out. Teddy Shaw over the advantage line. Good run from the number 8. Wanga. The dummy that nobody took, and now the backs want possession in the hands of Songanawa Saloa. Good strength shown from the second 5. He's got Momo there. Momo on the outside. Puts a ball on the inside, taken now by Lomidze. Showing the sideline, does well to stay in play, and now it's cleared. Alania out to Abzanadze, kicks it down the middle of the field. Muntz is there, but so is Shaw. Teddy Shaw, the number 8. Taken down, gives it back to Muntz. He releases out to Droasese. He's lost it forward, and now Georgia with some possession. Quickly finds Kavdaradze. It's a nice kick from the left winger, forcing Oseo Wanga back inside his 22, and he kicks.
Come on, wide. Don't advance.
Still in play, bounces out.
Great kick. Great kick from the 15 of Fiji. Waga, Oshea Waga. He did it very well. And Georgia knows that they will overplay every ball. So they are trying to put Fiji on their own territory.
Oseo Wanga, the 19-year-old, 85 Ks. No problem with the Georgian line-out. And immediately it's into the midfield where a couple of the forwards have been standing. Nice run from outside in from Jingaratse. So Jingaratse not used in the line-out is there. They get it out now to Nioradze. Good battle that between the two hookers, Nioradze and Ikanevere. To the left they go, and now Kavdaradze. He gets it in field to Lashkashvili. Georgia building phases nicely, and there's a pass out the back. Quick hands out to Kavdaradze. They've got numbers here, Georgia, if they can go straight. That's exactly what Gilashvili does. Lomidze takes the right option of just holding on to the ball. Alania gets there, and now they've dropped it, Fiji. This is where they're so dangerous, the Fijians, because they could have got their ball wide. It's the open game, sevens game that they love to play.
Yeah, and Georgia is saying, I am here, I can play too. Who will imagine from Georgia a great wide play? So they made a mistake, but they really try.
Knock on there by Gia Garashvili. He's out of the Racing 92 club.
Is he going off?
He's one of the Fijians just taking a little bit of time to get back on his feet. And they're going to call for the sub immediately.
In the meantime, subs. What number, Paddy? Get someone on there, please. Yep, run him on. He's going off.
Fijians with the first replacement of the game. I think that's more tiredness than injury. Giving the big forwards a chance to get their breath back. It's been 15 minutes, but it's been all over the park.
Where's the 4 and 5, Paddy?
You can see
how
they are talking about
they must
the scrum.
run someone on. He's off.
They know that they have in every scrum a battle, and they have to get exit from there
substitution
with a clean exit.
Yeah, bring him on.
There you can see the handling errors as well. 3 for Georgia, 2 to Fiji. Possession definitely dominated by the Fijians, and also the territory game, 52%. 33 carries for the Fijians for 164 meters. Georgia, 14 carries for 44. So, Fijians make an early change. Soma Nawasaloa.
Crouch.
Looks like he's
Bye.
been injured, and so now
Set.
another set piece. Georgia will be interested here, but the Fijians have it under control, sure. Thought about going to the open side, then stayed on the blind.
Okay, you've got to bind. You must bind.
Tight head prop. Nasaroa. You'll please number 12's off, aren't you, with that big long name? Leo?
Yeah, number 12. I think they lose a big ball carrier over there.
Good clearance from Caleb Muntz. There are the Fijian reserves, a little different, the temperature here. It's what they're used to back in their beautiful islands. And Nandi and Suva.
Today they are missing home, more than other days.
Nioradze, they've gone down the back on a number of occasions to find Lasha Gashvili, and that's who they find again on this occasion. Not straight, says the referee.
Scare, not straight. Not straight.
Oh, no.
Yeah, not straight. Okay, it's muddy here, so let's move across.
Here.
Over there, no, it's muddy here. Let's move across here. Have it here. Yeah. There we go.
Fijian scrum's been good so far.
Yes, they are doing well. And I was thinking also in the Georgians,
Okay, let's
because with this weather, you have to be accurate, and they are wasting too many opportunities, in my opinion. And let's see if Fiji can maintain this scrum to get an exit from there. It is very important, and with the weather like this, it will be crucial.
Set.
Joshua Vuta feeds it. Teddy Shaw comes off the back. He's met by his opposite. They look to try and get the steal. Now out to Wanga wearing jersey 4. Antonio Wanga turned 20 just 2 weeks ago. Vuta spots a half gap, gets rejected. It's a loopy pass. The Fijians are going backwards, and now it's a tackle. They've got to release the player. Georgia doing a lot of defending. Fiji with a lot of possession. Nasaroa goes to give a little bit more protection for Vuta. And here taken by the fullback, Chichinatse. Georgians need to chance their arm. This is good play to try and find a gap down that left-hand flank. Kolotauri is the open side flanker. He picks and finds some valuable meters. Second wave of support arrives. And now Alania, the number 9, just gives it off to some of the forwards that are standing in close, and they go down the main street. Back in the pocket is Abzanadze. Puts the up and under. It's come forward off a Fijian, and another Fijian played it, so they've got an advantage here. Now they get a little wider. Out to Lashki, the right winger. Here goes Lashigashvili, shown the sideline. They'll come back for the penalty. Best passage of play for the Georgians thus far.
Yeah, great strategy from Georgia. A high ball, bad catch from Fiji. The number 9 couldn't get the ball, Josh Buta. And it's a penalty for Georgia, and another opportunity to get points from the lineup. I think that they're going to drive.
Here's Tiro Abzanadze, 7 caps for Georgia already, 32 test points. And he is the player that we expect to see at the Rugby World Cup in Japan in just under 100 days. They passed the 100-day mark a couple of days ago, so 98 days to that wonderful event in Japan. If you've booked your ticket, lucky you, it's going to be some event. So the Georgians through Luka Nioradze. Lashigashvili has been the man they've gone to, but on this occasion they use Korea Uluya. And now they put the squeeze on, showing the sideline. They'll get the penalty for the Fijians. Incorrect entry. Georgia still has possession of Zanadze. The crossfield kick pass out to Chichinadze. He goes high, knocks it back, but the referee says no advantage. Entry from the lineouts. And this will be another penalty for Georgia.
Great defense from Fiji, but the ref said it was penalty. I think he saw a side entry, and we will have another opportunity for Georgia.
Sorry. Legal defense, guys.
They've run to the line out. They've got to kick it out first, and that's what they've done now. So Fiji have got to be disciplined in this part of the field. The referee's already said to them, expect the drive, as you mentioned. Leo, there it is, 5-1 by the Georgians, just the one lost. And that was the very first one. They go to the back. Lasha Gashvili brings it down. They charge forward, they've broken away, have the Georgians. They needed to stay strong there. And now, Karayashvili. The lost ball from Kolo Tauri. And they needed to be a little bit better than that.
Yes, I think it was a late setup from the line out. They isolate the player of Georgia, and they waste a big opportunity for get some points. And they're wasting a lot for me.
Certainly the opportunities there, and under these conditions, you can't be passing the ball down at the knees of a player that you want to catch.
Yeah, it's very important to secure the ball, and it's very important for the confidence of the team.
Handling errors there for each. The offloads has been a real feature for this Fijian team. They've offloaded on 50 occasions in the 3 matches they've played. And there is the beautiful Mate. Here in Argentina, we've been spoilt by the hospitality. The food is unbelievable. If you haven't visited this part of the world, book yourself a ticket, get here, enjoy the steaks, enjoy the mate, and more importantly, enjoy the Malbec and hospitality.
Yes, of course. For us, it's very important, and it's very beautiful to have this tournament over here. It's a really big opportunity to see the future stars of international rugby here in our country.
It is the future stars. 655 have come through this magnificent tournament that started in 2008 in Wales. The first 4 tournaments won by New Zealand. England have won 3, South Africa 1, France 1. And New Zealand, the most dominant team in this tournament, they have won 6 titles.
Bind. Set.
Big scrum comes on from the Georgians. Shaw does really well to get it out of there, and now he needs support eventually. The forwards get there. Vuta. They had to use it. Fijians looking to just try and work a play to get a better angle for the kick of Muntz. Looks like Vuta might clear it here. Gets it back. Caleb Muntz inside his dead ball area with the right foot, makes good contact.
And another clean exit from Fiji. I think they are doing a great work in the scrum, doing a quick fit up and getting up the number 8, and they fix the problem like that.
They need to be disciplined here. Georgia, they're a better side than what the scoreline shows at the moment. Very difficult conditions here in Rosario. We've had heavy rain over the last 36 hours. It really has had an impact on this field that's already had one game that was played on it. Same move where they used the ball at 2 and now they give it out to Lumedze. He steps and beats a couple of players. Gets inside the 22. Needed some support, looked to the right, couldn't find it. Now Georgia, out to the right they go. Chichinadze stepping back, 7 short. Alania gets it out. They use the decoy players, and now they've got numbers here. Georgia, the wide pass. Georgia looking to score in the corner. Yes! Kariaule gets in for Georgia.
Great
They're going to check.
Yeah.
They're going to check first.
Let's see.
The last pass may have been forward.
All right, Damien, I'll tell you what I've got grounding here, so my on-field decision is a try. What do you want me to check?
I want to check if the foot was in touch.
If the foot was in touch.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, thanks, Damien.
So you heard
Santiago?
there, on-field decision
the
try.
Yeah.
Just checking the foot
Okay, our on-field decision is a
of
try
the try
here.
scorer.
Please have a look.
Yes,
for
and a
tactic,
beautiful
please advise.
play from Georgia. Let's see if it's try.
Check.
Yeah, just checking.
Becker, Korea Louis. Korea from the Lelo club in Tbilisi. They're going to have a look at the footwork of the big blindside flanker as he tiptoed down the sideline.
Did you get that information, Santiago?
Terrific passage of play. They worked the ball nicely. It was the move from Lamidze that got them over the advantage line. They set a couple of rucks and then they went wide.
They changed side.
Ready, Rasta.
Sorry?
Ready, Rasta.
Yep, I'm ready.
Let's see. Let's see if it's inside or
Inside
out.
foot.
I think it's out.
Oh, no, just
That's
slipping,
a
you're right.
Shame. Because, as you said, Willie, it was a very good play from Georgia. They had a quality ball from the line out.
Oh, goodness me, there's nothing in this.
Yeah.
There is absolutely gets it to Wanga. Bobbles the ball, it's dangerous. Vuta had to get down on the ball, and now Muntz looks to try and clear here from the base of the ruck.
Use.
Gets on his favoured right foot. Clears it.
Oh.
Just in touch.
What a kick from his own in goal.
Okay. Number?
Outside from the 22. With a lot of pressure.
That was dangerous there.
Yeah.
Very difficult conditions, hence the reason just the one try in this match thus far. Georgia now starting to get the better in possession and territory. And the stats in front of us. Line-out's been good for them. It's worked efficiently, and now Alania gets it out to Lomets, and he throws a ball that's gone forward.
This is dangerous.
Fiji with some possession. Now they look to give it to Momo, who scored a try. Momo with the kick. Now they getting down to secure possession is Alania, the little halfback for Georgia. Fiji send in some players. It's controlled here by Lashashvili. Dummy. Then hold.
13.
Going backwards, the Georgians, but they've still got possession. That's the most important thing now. The clearance. Throws a dummy, then gives a nice ball at the Chichinadze. He's got pace. Georgia get inside the Fijian half.
No, you've lost it.
Now they've got to let it go. The Fijians. It gets back to Alinia. Now they get some running ball. Nioradze, the hooker. Good control. Abzanadze, the wide pass. Out to now Lashagashvili to the left winger. Kavdaradze, he gets it in field. It's gone forward though, and now Shaw is there for Fiji. Vuta will kick. Clears it down to Alanya. Steps Abzanadze rather, the playmaker and captain. Good field position here is Alanya. It gives it up to Kara Lashvili. And he's kicked that out on the ball. An unforced error there from Mikel. As far as play
try to play, and they did it.
Now, 20-year-old. The tight head prop in Nasaroa to Wanga. Vuta, Muntz, Droa Sese. Fijians playing one-up rugby. Menimbi. Wanga, nice kick along the ground. That's a great tactic. Forces Georgia to take the ball into touch and gives Fiji the lineouts.
Very smart, good decision from Waga. They need to play in the Georgia 22. It's a good opportunity to put some pressure on the lineup. I would like to see more pressure from Fiji in the lineup.
Fiji, there's the mark, come in. No, there's the mark, come in.
9th to 12th playoff positions between these two sides. Fiji not lifted, it's not straight, no advantage to Georgia. They'll take the scrum.
Straight, line up, scrum.
Fiji is having a lot of problems in the lineup. They are very well at the scrum, but they need to fix the lineup to be more accurate.
There's the big frame of Antonio Wanga, 20-year-old, tall timber. And just look at the tackles that the Georgians have had to make. 14 extras, they've missed 3 more than the Fijians. It's been a close encounter this. We entered the 31st minute of this, the 9th to 12th playoff. The winner secures a position in the 2020 tournaments. The loser will face Scotland in a sudden death promotion relegation game on Saturday here in Rosario.
Okay, two things are happening here. Just calm down, guys, calm down. 2 things are happening here. You guys are pulling back and you guys are hitting. Stability, please. That's a reset. Stability. Don't pull back. Yeah. Don't pull back.
Rain returns here in Rosario, which will make it even more difficult in these conditions. Look at those meters made by Fiji.
It's amazing, eh?
Fine.
The ability of the Fijian players.
Now they get a rumble on, and they get the advantage from the referee. They look to go down that blind side. Kavdaradze gets well and truly up and over the advantage line. That's not a great pass along the ground. Back to Abzanadze. He gives it out to Lomidze. He knows how to straighten. Does the second 5'8", stay strong in the tackle as well. They've got players out to the left, and that's the way that they decide to go. Georgia keeping ball in hand. They've got to be careful in these conditions. So easy to just lose the ball with a loose carry. But they've made 35 metres in the 4 phases. Now, Abzanadze gives it out to Lomidze. He floats the ball over the top. The bounce pass. Kavdaradze. We're in jersey 11 playing on the right wing. Quickly it's cleared to the captain. The kick along the ground's not a bad option in these conditions, as we saw with Wanga, who was able to get some easy meters, but that ball's gone backwards. Still in possession, Georgia. Alania gets it out to Niaradze. He gets some good meters quickly. The ball pops back now. Abzanadze kicks. Well-placed kick as well. It's going to find a little bit of green grass. Momo is there. Into Wanga. Osea Wanga. Kicks. Falls into the hands of the little halfback, who was in very good position for the Georgians to get it, but he was holding on to the ball. Vuta. They tap through Wanga. Trying to up the tempo here, Fiji, in the last 7 minutes of the first half. Wanga into the contact. Vuta is there. To Muntz. To Wanga. The big lock goes for a run. Like a giraffe. He just strolls through. Wanga out to his captain. He came in there, has lost it. Oh, he had his name in the Fiji Times before they had printed it. And the captain's dropped it cold.
Que lástima. What a shame. When I was thinking why the number 15 played that penalty quick, Waga, we saw the big carry from the number 4, the other Waga. It was very powerful, and the last offload was missed.
Can you answer to you, Rasta? Time, please.
It was a very exciting play from Fiji.
Yeah.
Yes, Rasta. Yes.
I thought that it was a bad decision, but he really was secure of what he was doing.
6 minutes to go, Rasta. 6.
Here we go.
6 to play.
Actually, let's go there.
Yeah, you saw outstanding South African referee Rasta Rashavenge just asking how much time to play. Georgia 10th in 2016, 10th in 2017. Their best ever result was last year in 2018, where they finished 8th. Good wins against Ireland, Scotland and Japan. They had a win against Scotland this year, but still found themselves in this position. And now they find themselves behind on the scoreboard by 5 points to 0. And for Fiji, well, they haven't been in the championship since 2014, where they finished 12th. Were relegated, spent 2015, 16, 17 and 18 playing in the trophy competition. A good win from them last year meant that they gained promotion into this tournament. They come in as the 12th seed after winning the trophy in Romania. And from that team, Vilimoni Mbotitu and Meli Terenalangi were the rookie of the year for the Sevens and also named in the dream team. So there was some talent in this Fijian side as they put the squeeze on the Georgians. Now they've got to use it. The referee says scrums went down.
Just wait. 7.
This is foolish. Now they're all running in. No need. Cool heads needed here at this time.
Hey, guys. Robert. Hey, I want to see 8 and 7. I want to see 8 and 7. No, relax. I'm going to sort it out. Relax. I want to see 8 and 7 over there. Hey, 10. 8 and 7, wait here for me, please. 8 and 7, wait here, please. Where's captain? Yeah, just wait here. You two stay here. Captain. And captain. Right. I suggest while we've got an injury, go have a strong word with the boys, instigating, especially number 3. I'm going to deal with 8 and 7 now. Go have a word with all of them. Same. Calm them all down. There will be an advancement of the penalty. Stay out of it. You late? You late. You don't want to go to the bin. Stay out of it. Stay out of it. I'm moving 10 meters because you came in late. Out.
Terrific.
Calm it down now. I'll sort it out.
It's what you'd expect from a world-class
Time's
referee.
still off.
No nonsense in the game like that. And so
So
for
we'll
the
move
Fijian
10
players
meters
rushing
ahead
in, that's cost them an
after the
extra
injury.
10 metres. And the Georgians will get some easy metres from ill discipline. Absolutely foolish. No need at all.
No, no need. That was a good sample to see how do you manage a problem with the scrum, because everything comes
I think we need
from
a stretcher,
here.
eh? Do you need a stretcher?
And Rasta did it very well.
Stretcher?
So there you could see that there was nothing on there. No
Yeah.
intent,
Stretcher.
nothing.
Stretcher.
It was just there, and then all of a sudden, 7 and 8 come rushing
I'm moving you
in.
10
Lower,
meters,
lower and
8
short.
and 7 coming in late.
And so the
So go have a
referee
word with 8 and 7.
has just moved it up those 10 metres, and that's what he's explaining to the
Yeah.
captain, Tavita
Just
Ikaneveri.
tell him we need a stretcher.
Now, rugby is a gentleman's game, and you've got to keep your composure. You
Okay,
need to be
thanks.
disciplined. If you want to do boxing, go and box in the gym.
Yes, of course. I think, as you said, it's a gentleman's sport, and it's very important to respect not only the rule, you have to respect also your opponent.
So an injury there to one of the Fijian players in the front row. And there you can see Tavita Ikaneveri just laying down the law to his forward pack. Real opportunity there to score more points, but the pass and the defence from Georgia as well. Don't take anything away from Ota Lashki, the winger who actually stripped the ball from the Fijian captain as he was in the process of scoring a try. It would have gone almost coast to coast.
Yeah, that last pass was so important, but with this weather, it's really difficult to control the ball. So I think if Fiji can secure that last breakdown.
And here was the first try of the match as
Yeah.
well. It was Momo. They worked it nicely to the left, and then just look at him go to work. The big Fijian winger
What a player, eh?
in the tackle. No way of stopping him there.
Really exciting player to watch. He's one of the most length breaker of the tournament.
He is. There you can see the meters made. Wanga, because there were 2 of them. That's the fullback, and Osea Wanga, 45 meters. Momo, the left winger, with 43, and Titty Shaw, the hard-working number 8. He's got 40 to his name.
5 minutes and a half to go.
Thanks, Santiago.
So they played in 2015. Georgia winning that game 30 points to 13. And Georgia now 10 tries away from scoring 50 in the tournament. They're the lowest try scorers in 2019. Only 85% tackle success rate as well.
10.
But they are the 3rd best team for discipline. They don't give away too many penalties, the Georgians. And now they've got
Okay, we're good to go.
a penalty that has advanced an extra 10 metres.
Advancing 10 meters, 8 and 7, late. 8 and 7, late. Yep.
All the way up to the 22. That is a coach killer. Abzanadze gets an extra 17 metres through his reliable right boot. Now the all-important line out again. They work it around the back and give it to Gilashvili, the 20-year-old out of the Army Club in Georgia. Now
Number 8, Daniel.
just onto the field.
Okay,
First
Marnie.
carry and an advantage here, no shoulders used. You can see there Tingeri's on for the Fijians, replacing Natave in jersey 17. But the Georgians still with an advantage from the tackle with no arms, and through goes Avzanadze, tackled beautifully by Dingiri. To the right they go, Gilashvili. He can't hold on to it, and here's the penalty.
Over here.
Yeah.
8.
They knew that they have an advantage, and they tried to take advantage from there.
Yep.
Gasarashvili on in jersey 20 for the Georgians. So now they look to try and plug it down towards the 22. Good kick from the captain. That's wonderful.
Yes, another opportunity to see if they can drive and get some points from there. They have an advantage, and they have to translate that to the score.
A lot of movement, and it's Wanga that gets up and competes. Too fancy from the Georgians. Now they've stolen it. Lashagashvili goes 6 short. Alania gets it out wide. Gilashvili holds on, bobbles, and he's lost it again. Oh, the coach of Georgia is going to be bald by the end of this first half.
Yes, Willie, as you said, they wasted too many opportunities today, and with this weather, it's going to be very difficult at the end. They lost the ball at the air. They turn over in the floor, and after they make a knock-on.
Well, these are the passes that you throw on a dry day, not when it's raining and the conditions are as bad as they are. And Ilya Maizaradze, who is the coach in his 5th year, turned up with an afro and a beard. He's now clean shaven.
Okay, let's go. Time back on.
Unforced errors by the Georgians are giving Fiji an opportunity to get out of their own red zone.
Cut.
Joshua Vuta with the jaws like mouth guard.
Set. Stay straight.
Great to see him with the mouth guard in as Shaw gets it out to Muntz. Throws a dummy, runs into Lashagashvili. Fiji looking to work it from inside their own 22. Now the pass over the top. Into the contact they go. Quickly it's cleared. Fiji full of running now. Nasaroa may have lost it forward, not according to the referee, and so they get it out a little wider. Droa Sese. Now to Loa Loa. They've worked it to the halfway, Fiji. Tungiri. Muntz steps under the tackle of Lashagashvili. They hold him up and try and steal the ball. Good strength shown by the Fijian first 5. A little wider this time, Wanga.
Penalty advantage.
Wanga. They've got an advantage here. They get it out on the right wing to Natunga. Showing the sideline, they'll get the penalty.
Yeah. If you close your eyes, you can lose something from Fiji, because they are all the time, so they are a surprise.
Wanga taps and goes. Wants to get on with the game straight away, so not wanting to kick the ball into touch. The fullback taps. Gets 6 meters. Vuta chips over the top. The bounce of the ball, all important. Chichinadze gets there. And he's lost it forward.
Yeah, I think Fiji knows that they are struggling with the line out, so they prefer to maintain the possession or pull a kick to make pressure over Georgia to see if they can get a quality ball from there.
All important last minute before the half-time siren. Quality times punish you at this time where they score just before the break. And that's exactly what Fiji will be looking to do. So the last passage of play, we're into referee's time now. Fiji looking for more points. Georgia looking to get to the showers and to the dressing room. Shaw drags it out, gets it to Muntz. He throws a nice short pass. Now the Fijians through. Loa, the wide pass out to Momo. Momo, who scored the first, gets the ball back. It's there on the ground. The Georgians look to steal it. Fiji have possession and drive him towards the sideline. He's tackled. They've got to release. Wanga plays halfback to Shaw. Teddy Shaw holds on to possession and now out to Wanga. Etonio Wanga. Vuta. They go back to the left-hand side. Ball has popped up. It's lost forward and now an advantage for Georgia. They're going to look to try and run it 100 metres. Georgia with quick hands. Abzanadze kicks it. Now the chase. Ball still in play. And Fiji 10 metres inside their own half. Fiji through Droa Sese. Out to Loa, the open side flanker. Quick hands here from Fiji. Tackle made on Minimbi. To the right they go. Good strong surge there coming in from Ikanivere. Nasaroa. Vuta throws it back to Muntz. He throws a wide pass out to Garinivalu. They hold him up. Ball gets somehow miraculously pops out the back. Wanga. Another advantage here for Fiji. Pulling the player into the ruck, playing the halfback without the ball. Fiji with the advantage. Loa. Oh, these two teams have thrown absolutely everything at it. Still plenty of running in the 40th minute. And here's the penalty.
Yeah.
Fiji.
Pulling the line.
Tap and go. Momo. He wants to carry on the momentum. Fiji with a full steam. And coming home with the wet sail in the last minute of the first half. In goes Minimbi. Ball is there. It's been lost forward. And the South African referee says that is time. 14 minutes of rugby in very difficult conditions. The one try to Ipeli Momo for the Fijians. See them heading to the break. Fiji leading 5, Georgia 0. Thank you. Because I didn't realise that we were so quick after the last game because I was still doing that interview and I had to race up
Del rugby argentino, como el capitán de los Pumas, Pablo Matera, el goleador histórico, Nicolás Sánchez, y el capitán de Jaguares, Jerónimo de la Fuente. Para el partido que en breve va a empezar con el número 1, midfield. Con el número 10, Paolo
Aspettiamoci le palle! This means that'll be the half, mate?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to have...
62 gone.
Yeah. Let's go.
As the penalty still very low for two sides that are here to play positive rugby. As we look at a few of the stats there, tackles made heavily more by the Georgians, and the lineouts won. Carries by the Georgians, not as many as the Fijians. And look at those meters made, 348 for Fiji to Georgia's 217.
Yeah, I think that's why they try to take the position, to have the ball in the hands, because they know that they are very dangerous when they have the ball, and also they are struggling in the line out and in the scrum. So I think Fiji is playing very smart.
Thanks to our terrific stats team and the truck bringing us those wonderful stats that we can show you and share with you prior to the kickoff and the second half of this match. Fiji in the white shirts, well, they were white 40 minutes ago, and black shorts, and now we just await the Georgians. Thankfully, Leonardo, the rain has stopped falling for the time being.
Yeah, I think.
What's that? Yeah. Make sure they clearly behind. Thanks, David. Thanks. Red, are we good to go, Captain? 10. White.
Second half gets underway in this, the 9th to 12th playoff. Fiji leading Georgia by 5 points to 0. The rain has stopped for the time being, and so I expect to see some fireworks from the men in the white shirts through Wanga. He brings the ball back, and he's driven back in a nice copybook tackle by Magaladze. To the left they go. Ngarini Nivalu wears jersey 6, but the turnover. Now the Georgians, who made a lot of errors in the first half, get possession. Quick hands through forwards and backs, and now Lomidze with jersey 12. He straightens the lineup nicely for this Georgian side. A quality player is the young 19-year-old Alania. Ball was out, and the Fijians could have come through, but they kept their discipline and just stayed there. Vuta couldn't control the ball, and Wanga gets it out to Momo. The try scorer beats the first, can't beat the second and third, driven into touch.
Yes, and I think they had a conversation with the coach, because the first ball that they have, they kick it. They know that they need that pressure over Fiji, and what a player, Momo. He beat his first defender all the time.
Nieradze with the lineouts was efficient in the first half, and that's a nice way to start the second with the ball to Gilashvili. Some running ball. Lombidze is tackled by Shaw in the midfield. Sets it. Abzanadze with the hand up, says, give it to me, I'm your captain. Puts it in the air. Momo comes forward, takes it, gets the fender at the same time. Vuta clears it and gives it out to Loa. He breaks through half a gap. Loa, the open side flanker for Fiji. Now it's out to Minimbiri. He gets it out to Muntz, to Droa Sese. He's belted in the tackle and driven backwards. They've still got the ball though. Have the pride of the Pacific, the flying Fijians. Loa, just 18 years old, out of Suva. Approaching the halfway line, Muntz gives a nice inside ball to Aisa Droasese. Now Caleb Muntz. Plenty of passion and desire from the Fijians with ball in hand. Happy to take it to the line. And now they look to try and get an inside ball, but they've lost it forward and they're in touch. Great defense from Georgia.
Great defense. As you said, I think they talk about the line speed because it's much better than the first half. They know that they have to put some pressure on Georgia with the line speed.
I get a feeling that in the second half, with the conditions improving, it's going to suit the Georgians, who in the first half, because they tried to play dry rugby, will now enjoy this. But the danger they have, Leo, is that they're against the side that play sevens rugby at morning, noon and night, and they love the running game.
Yes, they feel comfortable in the disorder, and that's why I think Georgia is going to change.
Mikel Alania out of the Adamaze club. Mentioned earlier that he's just 19 years old. His father, Kaka, had 25 caps, and here comes the big Georgian scrum. They're absolutely demolished the Fijian front row. Oh my goodness.
Big scrum from Georgia. Great decision from the number 8 to keep the ball inside and push them a lot. Lasha Gashvili, he did it very well.
May have come at a cost as well. You can see the tight head prop, Gia Garashvili, out of the Racing 92 club. He looks like he may have got a little bit of cramp or something in that left leg.
You all right? All right, come back home.
Have a look at this power.
Yeah. You can see how they keep the ball inside and smash the Fijian pack.
Oh, that's like driving a brand new Rolls Royce. That is some scrum from the Georgians. Line out. There's one down the back of. Beautifully taken there by Gusarashvili. They go through the middle. This is the real strength of the Georgian game. Now they've got it under control, and it's Asarashvili. Keeping the ball in the back is the secret to this. The Fijians need to make sure they come through the right entry. Now it's sacked. There's the ball. Referee says Fiji scrum.
Yeah, the key was to take the ball at the back, but they couldn't do it in the entire way, and they lost a very important ball because they did a great job at the beginning.
Well,
they couldn't finish.
They've still got problems here, Fiji. They might have the feet to the scrum, but their last scrum that they had wasn't great, so stand by here, Georgia. With all the pressure now, 11 offloads from the Fijians to Georgia's 1. But the most important stat is the one on the top left-hand side of your screen. Fiji 5, Georgia yet to score, and Fiji under pressure.
No, completely up. Take your shoulder out. Yes, thank you.
They need to be strong here, the Fijian front row. They just need to... There, that's good play from the Georgian front row. Not wanting to give away a penalty here. They feel that they've got momentum here. They've got Fiji on the ropes.
Yes, they know they can put a lot of pressure over there, but also look at the number 8 of Fiji. He's on channel 1. I think they're going to have a quick tap and go.
Set.
Watch this. Watch the set. Now the pressure. Shaw takes it off nice and quickly. Well done by the big number 8. Back in the pocket as Muntz steps one way, then releases Fiji, looking to run from their own 22. That's a good tackle, nothing wrong with that. Legs are flown up, and now Wanga, the ball comes loose. Puta gets it back, and now Georgians thought they had it, but they lost it forward earlier.
Yeah, and we are seeing Georgia with another energy. They are making mistakes. They are making Fiji make mistakes all the time because they are putting a lot of pressure on the scrum, on the tackles, at the breakdown, and everything.
Good tackle there from Gilashvili coming in on Droasese. And good from the TMO, just checking to make sure it was legal, and it certainly was. He used his arms, stayed committed to the tackle all the way through.
Set.
Good earlier scrum from Fiji. Can they match it again? Sure. Gets the ball and goes running. Geez, those are valuable meters for the Fijians. Play on, says the ref, and so they charge through. Looking for the turnover here, Georgia. Still on the side of Fiji. Over the top to Momo. It's charged down.
Accidental scrum. Accidental.
Well, charged down should not be accidental.
Yeah, I agree. I think
it came off your player.
It was an accidental.
Players in front. There's two players, one there. Accidental scrum. Yeah.
Fiji.
It came off the player,
Again, get a chance with possession here. The scrum has been solid after they were really given a sleepy punch from the Georgian front row. They've responded well. Have Natave, Ikanevere and Tungiri. There is the big scrum. Shaw has done some wonderful work, and now the Fijian front rowers get involved. The kick and the charge down. Well, it's a wobbly old pass, and that's been lost forward by Chichinadze.
Great work from the forwards of Fiji. And they create the opportunity to the number 9 to kick it. And after we watch the mistake from the wing of Georgia.
There's the mark. Yep.
The Fijians have played some smart rugby after being put under all sorts of pressure in the opening 5 minutes to be in their own 22. They've now worked their way back into the Georgian half of the field. Full complement of players out to the right. Wanga stands directly behind the scrum for the Fijians. They've got Momo to the left. And it is Shaw. Powerful and strong. Driven laterally. Vuta. Quick hands from Tungeri over the top. Basketball style passing to Momo. Tungeri. Nice little bit of shuffle. We are in the land of the tango. Never mind the footwork, everything's the tango here. Lower. Wrapped up and now driven backwards. Looking for the turnover here, Georgia. Still can't get it. Can't get their hands on the ball. Fiji doing a magnificent job of playing keep ball and keep discipline. Lower, the 18-year-old out of Suva. Now to Muntz. The knock on, though.
What's that? Number 4, high tackle. Number 4, high tackle.
High tackle from Georgia.
You're on the mark. Okay.
Thank you, Santiago.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I got to be honest.
Shot.
I think
I'm not sure about that. The referee's there. He's close to the action, and for the TMO to say it's a high tackle, really?
Let's see.
You be the judge.
Yeah.
Well,
I think was the other one.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if that's a high tackle, I've been playing the wrong game.
Yeah. But I think...
let's not sanitise the game to the point where you stop actually making contact.
Yeah.
Rugby's a physical game. let's not go sanitizing it to the point where it's ridiculous. That is an unbelievable decision.
Yeah, I agree.
10.
But sometimes the ref overreacts because they are very worried about the security of the players.
Sure, look, don't get me wrong, Leonardo.
No.
Player welfare for me is everything. But for a TMO to make a ruling when the referee's there and he's already made it is ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
Muntz has nudged it over and Fiji extend their lead.
Yep.
They make it a 2-try now for Georgia. They're going to have to score twice.
Yes, it's very important to get away in the score for Fiji because they are doing a very good work and it's good to see it in the score.
Yeah. Steal it. Yep.
Rama, Simbana on. They've also made some changes of Georgia in the front row. Kakaradze and Jubiladze come on in jerseys 16 and 17. Back to the Fijian fly half who just looks to drive play back towards the halfway.
Very good kick from the number 10, Muntz, to get away from their own territory.
Sacked. Good.
Quickly it's sacked. Now Georgia with the pick and go.
No.
One off running here. Very easy to defend for the Fijians, but gives this big Georgian pack a chance to get the shoulders and arms and legs nice and warm. They've made 10 metres. Again, they want another charge from the forwards this time. It's Lasha Gashvili. Good tackle coming in from Menimbi for the Fijians. To the left they go. Abzanadze gives some running ball. Gasa Ashrafili. This is better play from Georgia. 28 out. They go a little wider. Now some impact from the bench. Jivaladze. Abzanadze. The loop pass, the quick hands. Chichinadze, the fullback. That's the 22 line. You can see the Georgian supporters finally find their voice. Nice tackle coming in from the Fijian captain, Ikaneveri. Alania, Abzanadze, nothing on. Goes one way, comes back the other. Kakaradze. Now the captain, back to Lomets. He straightens as he's done all day, drawing in 3 Fijian defenders. 13 phases, 60 metres they've gone. Georgia on the attack, looking to get into the red zone of Fiji. They go one way and then the other. Here's Gilashvili. He's lost it forward. Terrific defence from Fiji. And the big hit coming in from Rama Sinbana.
Yeah, big tackles from Fiji. They had a very good day at the collisions.
Last forward.
Look at this tackle. He forced it, the knock-on from the Georgian. And it's a very important ball, or a very important turnover for Fiji.
Time off.
If Fiji are to stay in the World Rugby Championship, put it down to the effort that they have just displayed in the last 5 minutes. Absolute pure guts and determination, getting up off the ground, making tackle after tackle. These are big Georgian players.
Time off.
Yes, amazing.
Time off.
You can see how Georgians try to
I want to show
carry
you.
the
I
ball
want to show
very
you the
hard,
big screen.
Okay.
Okay.
I just
and
wanted
the
to-
Fijians are challenging them all the time.
What did he say? Hard tackle? Yeah, he said that. Okay, let's see.
You're ready, Rasta?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll put it in a big screen.
Yep.
Ready, it's coming.
Yep.
6 number red.
6 red, yep. Oh, no, it's white.
That's the point of contact. There.
Yep.
I will show another angle.
Yep. Thanks, Santiago.
That's the point of contact.
Okay, can you play it
Yeah.
real speed, please?
Real speed is coming.
Yeah.
Measure the force.
Yeah.
One more is coming. These are these are all the angles, Rasta.
Okay, Santiago, I'll tell you what I see on the screen. All right? There's a dangerous tackle around the head contact area. There's a mitigating factor because the Georgian player was going down in contact. I'm thinking yellow card.
I agree with you, Rasta.
Can you get the exact number for me, please? Did you get the number?
Also with the jerseys.
It's the one with the blue, yellow.
7 white.
7.
7 white.
7.
Oliveretti
Seven.
Lolo, the
we're
18-year-old
seven
out of Suva, is
Yeah.
going to spend the
It's a
next 10
dangerous
minutes
tackle around the head area, yellow card.
in the sin bin. And this
where's the
should
mark?
give Georgia
About
some
here?
momentum now.
Just wait. 10 meters.
Georgia penalised for an earlier high tackle that cost them 3 points.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just the rugby gods smiling and evening things up at the moment.
I think these things happens in rugby. It was a unlucky play for the number 7. He didn't have any intention, but it is what it is.
I'll see.
Kagadze. The all-important line-out throw. Forget about all the movement, just get it in, get up and win it. Now they've got it, they've got to maul it. They stay strong and they go through the middle. Just a metre short, they've lost it, but there is an advantage here.
17 entry.
Incorrect entry from the Fijians. You kick to the line-out and go
17
again.
entry.
It's very dangerous, this situation for Fiji. They have the option of the scrum. I think they will take it.
Well, that's why he has played 7 caps for his country. The captain comes in and just calms things down. Absolute class from the number 10, who could feature in Japan in 98 days' time for Georgia. 8-0, Georgia with their best opportunity. The rain has stopped. The line out is accurate. They bring it down. It's a maul. Chinjaradze charges forward. Fiji defend. Georgia continue to march forward. Now they've got it under control. They just need to get it to ground. They can't do that.
Balls up.
There it is.
Last
Pick and go. Defense again from Fiji.
Last count.
Stoic. They send players out to the right. This is Asarashvili. A little wider. Kagaradze. Pick and go. 5 phases. They're going lateral. Here, Georgia, they need to try and go straight from south to north.
No, 2. Last.
Going east to west at the moment. Again, Fiji make more tackles. A metre
Last
short.
3.
Kagadze! Almost there. Alanya. Now they want to try and maul it here. That's good play. But immediately Fiji sack it. Good contest this. Very good contest in the scheme of the importance of this game. up for grabs. The right to stay in the championship.
No, don't push it into him. I'm watching.
So much on the line here. Now, one more time for the forwards. Beats the first tackle. Tevdarashvili. They loop around. Some running ball. Heading and spinning, going a metre short. Now the backs should get it. Again, it's the forwards. And again, it's that man, Kagadze. Quick hands by the Georgian players. Lashigasvili's over! They've got there!
No.
12 phases, Georgia score! Game on!
This is very good for the game. We will have the last 20 minutes very close. They try really hard and they get it. Good carry from the number 8. He's very strong. Ioane Lagashishvili.
All clear.
Thank you.
They have really thrown everything in the kitchen sink at it. 25 points for the tournament for the captain here. Studying medicine at Tbilisi Medical University. Showing that it's not just rugby that he's good at, obviously. Plenty of brains inside that head of his. And the young 19-year-old captain now looks to try and bring Georgia within one. They get the maximum. 18 to play. Fiji down to 14 players. And this is all quality.
Yeah. Beautiful passes in the contact. But the most important thing is Georgia knows that they have to be tight. They have to carry the ball. And they have to be really direct. Because that is what they feel very... they feel very confident in that.
Fiji 423 metres made. Georgia 255. Showing the contrast of styles of these two sides. Fiji wanting to run with ball in hand. Georgia more content with playing the tighter game and getting the forwards involved, as now Abzanadze kicks it, it bounces, and here's Shaw, gets it back to Wanga. Or Siawanga. Inside the Georgia half, 10-metre line, options left and right. They strike out the left. Here's Ipieli Wanga. Just lost it momentarily, and now the pick and go from Ramasinimbana.
No hand.
Shaw is exactly that with ball in hand. He's been nothing but accurate. Has Teddy Shaw, and the Fijians through Momo. Now they get a little wider out to the captain. He's not held, picks up and goes again. He can't have it. They've got an advantage here, Fiji.
Diving on the play on the floor, yeah. Diving on the play on the floor. Diving on the play on the floor.
Well, you heard the explanation there. You can't dive on a player that's on the ground. 16 to play. This is some contest.
Yeah. You know, Fiji is so unpredictable. They are so dangerous with the ball. When they play, they are almost unstoppable.
Still down to 14 players, so they don't want to take it to the set piece. Alaveretti, Loa still in the sin bin, and now they get it out to Tingeri. He takes it to the 22 line. Vuta is there. Good strong run from Tingovu. It's come on, we're in jersey 26. 1 point the difference. Fiji in possession inside the red zone. Momo can't handle it. Now the kick from Georgia to clear it and to get out of their red zone. Advantage is over. Line out to Fiji.
Was the touch?
And now they play quickly. It's the same ball, so they can use it. And there goes Wanga. Wanga finding some space.
No, clean up.
Terrific player is this young fullback. And now Mnimbri. Back the left. Happy to just take it into contact here. Georgia down to 14 players. One player down there. Looks a little injured.
Advantage.
It's an advantage here. They've lost it forward, and now Georgia. I don't know why they're kicking the ball away. They struggle to get it, and then when they get it, they kick it back to the Fijians. Not smart footy. Droa Sese sees some space. He kicks it in there. Alani has got it. Hold on to it. He's got it. Someone's been taken out.
You can't do that 12.
That is
Tackle power.
a foolish decision made by Lomidze. He didn't need to get involved in taking a Fijian player out there. Georgia were in for all money.
Yes, what a silly penalty, in my opinion. It was a very, very good opportunity for Georgia, and they miss it up because of a silly penalty.
They had that under control, Georgia. They had the numerical advantage.
Is there anything further than that,
on the attack?
Santi.
Yes, I'm here, Rasta.
Was there anything further?
I'm checking. Slow it down.
Yeah, slow it down.
And they're going to check.
Well, the obstruction line from Lasha Lomidze on the player who kicked the ball way too far. He was never going to actually win the race to the ball.
It's okay, it's only a penalty.
So it's just a
I don't
penalty.
have a clear angle where
Yeah, only a penalty. Yeah, time on. Penalty, yeah. Tackle without the ball.
Not out. So an error. And on the attack come Georgia through Lushki. Been good, the right winger for the Georgians today in difficult conditions. They work it into the middle of the field through Kolotauri. Fiji still making the first up tackles, and now back to Abzanadze. Throws a quick pass. Good footwork. Shown from Chichinadze. Fijians coming through the side. Referee says play on. As Georgia look to try and get themselves back in this game, they trail by 1. That's the halfway line, you can see. Abzanadze gives it out to the flanker, and Kolotauri, he makes no mistake of dropping the shoulder. They go the same way to the right. Now look for some territory. Ball out the back. Tabladze. Tabladze beats 1. 6 phases. They've gone across the field. Georgia in possession. Abzanadze out to Chichinadze. And here goes Gilashvili. Quick hands. Still in control of the ball. They've got it. Lomidze looking to try and make up for the earlier error. Good tackle again from the Fijians from the captain. Abzanadze gives a short ball. They're strong. It's Jinchiradze. An error. The ball's in touch. I think the kick along the ground might be a better option instead of keeping it in hand.
That was what I was thinking. I think Georgia is overplaying. The weather is very bad, and I think they need to put some pressure over Fiji.
Yeah.
Look.
Be careful with
They
your
played
tackles.
too
Be
much,
careful.
in my opinion. I don't know what do you think, Willie? I think with a good kick, they can get something more.
That's what we love about the game at this level, is because they're so young, still inexperienced, young men, obviously all amateur. A couple of them have played for their national side, but we're experienced, we're old.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes I forgot that they are so young.
Yeah, just young men, 18, 19, 20 years before January the 1st, and so they're going to make some errors out here, and we appreciate that. And their ability to just play what's in front of them.
Time back on.
There is the position and territory starting to favour the Georgians in the second half. And Fiji back to 15.
What an important line-out, huh?
They get up and compete, and it's Georgia with position. There's the try scorer, Lashagashvili.
Back. Hey.
They go the same way. 30 metres out. Now out to the backs. Abzanadze. Out to Tabladze. Forwards looking for position. That's a better kick. That's where you want to put it. In behind the Fijians. Really needed to try and keep it in play, didn't he?
Yeah, it wasn't the best kick, but I think the intention was good. And the execution wasn't. But I think that's what we're talking about. Fiji's are struggling with the line out, and let's see what happened here.
Well, they lost their last line outs. Better on this occasion into Wanga. He gets it back into the replacement. And Kuruvoli, who's on in the nice clean white shirts. Back to Muntz.
Stop.
Big high up and under. Beautifully controlled by Lushki.
Come on.
Puts it to the air, says let's not play any territory here. It's taken down by Loa Loa. He gets it out quickly to Droa Sese. Now it's Fiji's turn to keep ball in hand through Shaw. Kuruvoli. Again, it's quick hands, nice tackle. Trying to force the error. Wanga bangs it down into the 22 of the Georgian team. Getting back there is Chichinatse. He returns it to around the 22 mark. Wanga slips, throws the ball out to Muntz. Now Droa Sese spots half a gap. Support arrives.
Step.
Wanga.
Hey.
Ipeli. Wanga. Howden. Driven backwards a metre or two again. No Fijian plays out to the right. It ricochets off one of the Fijians into the hands of another, and now it's lost forward. Georgia. Kick it downfield. Momo. Can't take it. It's gone backwards, says the referee. Wanga gets it now. He grubber kicks it into touch. And these two sides now looking to just play territory in the last 9 minutes.
Not a beautiful kick, but was very effective. You can see over there, he won a lot of meters.
Yes. 9 and 14.
1
red.
point the difference.
Just wait, Paddy. Get in front of him.
Less than 9 minutes to go.
It's a moment to play in the other territory. It's a very important moment of the game.
Come on.
Possession secured through the 20-year-old Gilashvili out of the Army club. Now it's been stripped and stolen by the Fijians. Loa Loa. Now cleared by Kuruvoli. Out to Wanga. Like a giraffe running through the Fijian players. And now Droa Sese, that ball's gone to deck. Plenty of encouragement and intervention in class, but just in difficult conditions.
That's why it's so beautiful to see Fiji play. You see a second row throwing a long pass, and it was almost a good opportunity for Fiji.
Here we go.
8 minutes left on the clock, and then we're into referee's time. 1 point the difference. It was 5-0 to Fiji at half-time. The penalty to Caleb Muntz, their first 5, gave them 8, and the try to Georgia through Ioane Lasha Gashvili, the conversion from their captain, Tito Abzanadze.
Crouch.
The winner
Bind.
remains in the championship for 2020.
Set.
The loser will play Scotland in a sudden death match on Saturday.
Let's go. Break up.
Oh, this is exactly what we wanted, Leo.
Yeah.
3. Okay,
This
let's
game
go
has
again.
been exciting till the
Get your
end,
bind.
and we will see
Get
what
your
happens
bind.
with this scrum. Georgia will be, I think,
Stability,
will
body
be looking
pack,
a
stability,
penalty from
stability.
there to get a long kick to the other side.
Well, they've made some changes, Georgia. Magaladze, Georgi Magaladze to feed the scrum.
Crouch.
40 metres out from their own
Bind.
try line. They're going to have to work some magic here now, Georgia.
Stay straight.
Fiji have been terrific on defence, and now the big scrum comes in from the Georgians, looking to try and get a penalty from it. They've got the arm of the referee and the interest from the South African referee too. They've got an advantage. Lasha Kashvili goes straight down the middle. Slow ball, the pick and go from Kolo Tauri. In they go, Abzanadze. See some green grass, they'll come back for the penalty. This is where you earn your points. This is what all the training is all about through the summer.
Here we go.
Running in the roads when it's raining and cold and everybody else is nice and warm.
White.
These are the moments you dream of as a player. And this is where Georgia needs to stand up.
Time off. Just wait.
Yeah, it's a moment to be very patient.
Is he going on?
They know that
Is he
they
all right?
will have a penalty from that scrum, and they want to play in Fiji's territory to see if they can have another opportunity. I think they
just
will
wait,
look
wait,
another
wait,
drive.
wait. Yeah, time's off.
A couple of the Fijian players just starting to cramp up in this, the second half. So
Is he
they've got to
going
be
on?
smart here.
Are you off or going on?
5 minutes to go,
Sub?
5.
Discipline
Yeah,
required from the
Let's get a
Fijians.
sub, Paddy.
Calm heads from
Sub
the
for
Georgians, who entered the competition in 2017. They have remained in the championship, and their victory against Scotland
You want a stretcher? No.
gave them confidence in the thought
Does
that
he want
they
a
would
stretcher?
be out of this particular 9th to 12th position. But
Okay, good.
if they are to find themselves in that match against Scotland again, wow, they did it once. They probably do have the belief that they could do it
Take him
again.
off there, that's the shortest distance. Take him off there, that's the shortest distance. Run him on.
Well, smart play there from the South African referee. The Fijian medical team trying to buy an extra few minutes
Yeah.
for their players, taking their player off around the Cape. Referee says,
Yeah,
no,
we're
no,
waiting.
you can take him that way because it's only going to be 6 meters as opposed to taking him 65 meters the other way.
Just wait. Do we not have another sub there? They've got subs. No, then they have to play one less. Then they have to play one less if they're going uncontested. They must get someone on. They must get someone on. Otherwise they play 14.
Yeah, they play 14 because number 1 was off by 17. 17
Are
is
they
off,
not? Do
injured.
they not have a substitution here?
No, both Lucia were injured. Left the field
Yes.
for the injury,
Yes.
and now number
They don't
17
have any
injured again.
Yeah,
so
so they play one less.
Uncontested.
And it's 14 men.
Fiji are going to have to play the last 5 minutes with just
Do they
14
have a
players.
substitute? No.
They've used all of their forward substitutes.
Nah, another mark. Another. Get on the mark.
And Abzanadze tries to steal a few meters in field for a better angle. Well,
Yeah.
don't go and put the kettle on just yet. This is going to go down to the wire. Champagne rugby in difficult conditions in 2 countries looking to remain in the championship for 2020. Fiji in the whites, Georgia in the maroon.
No, you're playing with 14.
What a
There's no more subs.
difficult
Let's go.
moment for Fiji. Eh?
They win the line out and they've got all the players. They need to keep the ball in the front. Now they use it. Fiji uncontested in the line out there. Change of tactic. The Georgians will look to try and just get close enough to get a penalty for their captain, who has got a very reliable boot. But the forwards are interested in carrying it forward a little more. Jubilation. Pick and go. Ball is there, penalty to Fiji, big moment of the game. They got isolated, the pick and go, and Fiji, with only 14 players, have earned a penalty.
Holding on.
Great work, great work from Fiji.
Let's go.
Very disciplined, that defense. They won a turnover in a crucial time for the game.
4 minutes to play. There's the stuff that superheroes are made of. Gutsy performance here from Fiji, all rights to the ball. The captain is there alongside Loa. And the referee says
Georgia.
Penalty here.
Georgia.
We slow things down now.
Come in,
To Fiji, they are 3.5 minutes away from remaining in the championship. It's been a long time between Carver. Haven't been here since 2014. Wanga wins the line out. Shaw does what he's done in 77 minutes of carrying the ball forward. Kuduvoli gets it back to Muncie, says, let's get out of here.
Stop.
Now it's on Georgia. What have they got? What character can they produce as Lushki finds a little bit of space? They've got possession, and so with possession comes hope for the Georgian team. But they're going to have to go 40 metres.
No, you've missed it now.
It's cleared to the big arms of Asa Riashvili. Abzanadze gives it out to Chichinadze. Gilashvili in jersey 4 into the contact. Ball's out. Stand by. Strap yourself in for champagne finish. 2 minutes to play. Georgia trail by 1. They have possession. Fiji down to 14 players are looking for another turnover.
2 minutes to go.
Chichi
Thank you.
Naradze. Chichi Naradze through the gap. Slow ball into the hands of Migaladze in jersey 21. Across the field they go. Migaladze catches up. Here's Chichinadze. Quick hands out to Lomedze. He steps off the left into the red zone. They go. Georgia inside the 22. 9 phases. Abzanadze with a big wide pass. They're queuing up here. Georgia on the attack through Kasarashvili. Slows down. Eventually they arrive. Kargaradze. 11 phases. Georgia looking for the knockout punch. Bobbles the ball, holds on to it. Kasarashvili.
1 minute.
1 minute to play. Last chance saloon for Georgia. They're 5 short.
Last feet 3.
13 phases. This the biggest moment of the game. Georgia. Gilashvili
Number 3.
picks and goes. The backs want it. Aberanse throws the dummy. The captain taking the ground. Wonderful defence from the Fijians. This has been a terrific performance from both teams as Jubilation goes 4 short. Now out to Lashagashvili. 18 phases. Chichinadze Fiji hanging on with everything.
Thank you.
Georgia throwing the kitchen sink. Kolotari.
Last feet here. Call him. Last feet.
Kagadze pops and gives it off. Fiji make their 1 millionth tackle. As they look to go again, Lasha Gasvili, they're 1 metre short. Georgia, 23 phases. Georgia have done it. Georgia have stolen the game from Fiji. Heartbreak Hotel for Fiji. Absolute delight for Georgia.
What an emotional try for Georgia. They really try. They keep the ball for a long time with a lot of faces, and at the end they have.
Okay, you're clear, Rasta.
Thank you.
They have what they want: a big winning from Georgia against Fiji.
That is time, the referee has said. This after 23 phases. It was patient, it was accurate. You couldn't have asked for a better finish to a quality game from two terrific countries. World Rugby Under-20 Championships at its absolute premium, played in the semi-finals. Abzanadze can't add the extras, but Georgia are staying in the championship in 2020. Emotional scenes here in Rosario. The absolute jubilation and joy of the Georgian team, knowing that they have secured a position. And if we pan to the left, it is heartbreak for the Fijians, who couldn't have done any more.
What an incredible game. They both try really hard, and the Georgian gets the reward because they never give up.
Georgia, too good for Fiji in an epic battle in difficult conditions. And full time here, Georgia 12, Fiji 8.